Hello everybody, Sherry Homeyoon here, and today I want to give you a quick tip that will really help you with your self-love practice. So the first thing I want you to remember is that you are not separate from everybody else. And when we're really taking this journey of self-love, that thought from the ego is so prevalent in so many people's lives. We feel separate from one another. We feel like life is a competition. We feel like we can't get ahead. If somebody does something, then it means that we can't do it too. Why is this? Well, generally speaking, our natural state is love. But so many of us don't live in that natural state. Instead, we live in fear. And so life becomes a competition. What you achieve then takes something away from me. And so obviously, I don't want you to achieve something if I think it's going to make me less than of a person. And we base our worth and our value as human beings based on the things we do have and what other people say about us. And today I want to remind you that that is not you. You are not somebody who lives in fear, who lives in constant competition. That's your false self. Where you're living is simply in a closet within yourself, thinking that somebody turned the lights off, when really we got to go in within ourselves and turn the lights back on. Today, I want you to think about turning the lights on within yourself. Maybe it's taking 5 to 10 minutes to invest in yourself through a podcast, through a video, or even a book. Maybe that investment is about connection. And so you want to invest your time, energy, and effort into seeking out an event that's spiritual based. An event that's going to teach you about personal development so you can personally develop this new sense of self, rather than the sense of self that tells you you're not good enough and you'll never amount to anything. So many of us live in that fear, and we sit down next to the ego and we sit down next to the inner critic and we just chill there. And we think that our playground's just dark and scary, and everybody else might have just been given a golden ticket, but not you. The ego mind wants to make you feel like life just ain't as good for you as it is for other people. And it's such a ludicrous thought because we are all one. So what you're experiencing is simply your perception of your life. It is not your life. But why is it that so many of us are quick to write ourselves off? We're quick to say we can't do something. We're quick to put limits on ourselves. Today, I want to get you conscious of the limits you're putting on your own self, on your own life. Do you set goals that you believe you can attain, but you never set the goal and the bar a little bit higher so that you really have to grow? Maybe you don't even set goals because you're so scared that if you don't reach the goals, then you're going to be perceived as a failure. The mind has an extraordinary way of making what's not real seem real, because our attention and our purpose gets misaligned. We feel like we have to make things happen. We feel like we have to know everything about what's going to happen. We feel like we got to know the how, what, when, where, and why, when really our main goal is to be happy. And so the real questions become, what makes me happy and why? That's the question I want to leave you with. What makes you happy and why? And I hope this video gets you thinking a little bit deeper about all of the doors you may be shutting on yourself because you're scared. It's okay if you're scared. Today, I want you to think about letting that fear go and stepping into this new superpower of self-acceptance and self-love, this new superpower of confidence and courage, because that's who you are. When you align with love, you are infinite. There are no limits. You can look for the limits, but there are going to be none, because love and your creator is limitless. And when you live a self-actualized life and you really come from this place of being at 100% rather than 50%, then you'll see opportunities and doors open for you. Because you've shifted your mindset, you've shifted your life. And you can make this decision in a split second. And then it takes that commitment on your end. And I think you're ready to commit to living the life of your dreams. I think if you knew that it was possible for you to do something different, you would do it. But likely you're living in a mindset that tells you this is just how it's got to be forever. And sometimes that story of forever does not excite us. It does not give us happiness. It does not allow us to even feel happiness. And so today I want to remind you that you are the captain of your soul. You get to drive your ship in whichever direction you want to take. And the beautiful part is that love will always be your fuel. Love will always guide you, and love will always catch you. Love will always be your safety net, even when you feel like you can't see that next step in your growth. Love will always be there for you. It takes rising up in yourself and expanding from that place of love first.